So, hello everyone, this is your host Achyut Saxena, and I'm here with an upcoming intern at WIPRO PARI. So, on screen, we welcome Mr. Arvind Kaushik. So, Arvind, we can start with an introduction of yours.
Right. Thank you, Achyut, for inviting me over. It's a pleasure, always to be with you. To give an introduction about myself, I am a final year student in the Department of Mechatronics at MIT Manipal. I'm trying to delve into robotics as a career and also a trekking and cycling enthusiast. That's a little bit about me.
Right. It's great to know. Okay, so Arvind, about WIPRO PARI, how did you get in? Like, what was the process? How did you find about it and all?
Sure. So this firstly is an off-campus recruitment, and I had actually identified this company at the start of the previous semester, where I saw that they were providing warehousing solutions, and that is what I want to delve into as a career. Then I later got to know that one of my contact actually works there, and I had approached him, and soon I came in the limelight of the HR, and I was given a fair chance to pass the tests, and I thereby became an intern here.
Oh, all right. So, as you told about warehousing solutions, so what role would you be pursuing in the internship, during the internship? How long is it, by the way?
So this internship is from January 16th till May 29th, so about 4.5 months. And regarding my role, as per what I've been told in the interview, I would be learning, or rather training about racking systems, automated storage and retrieval systems, quality and standards and all that, which is an integral part of corporate engineering, which is precisely my role as per the offer letter that I've got.
Right, right. Uh, Talking about getting this role, you might need to like a person needs to be capable enough to go for an off-campus internship and then secure an internship over there. So, what about your CV? How does your CV look like? What are your past experiences? Some students who maybe want to delve into this area want to know how does warehousing and what else do we require?
Right. A little bit of emphasis on the CV part. I had actually put a lot of effort in making a very good one. Uh, I had worked in multiple clubs, and I had also gained experience in certain domains and skills. And knowing how to make a proper CV is a very important thing. However, in the interview, the only thing about my CV that interested the interviewer were my past experiences and a robotics project that I had done previous semester. Regarding my project, he had started, and I explained in depth about my project as to what the application of that robotics project is. How I went about solving that problem, etc., etc. I had done two internships before, and one of those internships I had also secured through off-campus means, which was at ITC Limited, where I learned about basics of warehousing and supply chain. And I was quizzed about my learnings at that place. My answers seemed to be satisfying to him as a he viewed me as a person who possessed the aptitude to learn. So that is how I got in.
Right. So you did have previous experiences in supply chain and
Yes.
warehousing, right? At ITC.
Yes, I did, and that really played a integral part of my CV to for me to get selected. So yes.
Right. So this whole process of you approaching and then till getting an offer letter, how did it look like? Were there any interviews? Were there any written tests? How do you get recruited at Wipro Pari from an off-campus?
Right. So I would like to give a little bit of background, before answering the question as such. One thing to note about off-campus recruitment is, it's usually a very dicey thing. It's with no guarantees as compared to on campus, where college has done quite a lot of arrangements to at least secure that placement offer for the student who has secured it. but nothing as such for an off-campus interview. So that was a big challenge. But I had a contact, and that was my best bet to get in. So the process specific to this company was I initially got a call from the HR. After the call, I was told by mail that I would be asked to pass an interview before I would get selected. Right after my seventh semester got over, my interview was scheduled, wherein I was asked questions related to my past experiences and projects, my skills as such, and then finally my interest, and then he gave me this role. In short, it was one HR call followed by long interview.
Like, okay, all right. So you might be very nervous before, after interview, or how to prepare for it and all. So how did you tackle the nervousness?
That's a really interesting question. Thank you for asking that. The thing is, yeah, I was very anxious before the interview, simply because I really wanted to secure this company. I had actually got rejected by a robotics company that I interviewed for, and although I got an offer letter from another company, that was not the role that I wanted, and me getting in was critical. So I was feeling very nervous before the interview. But then, as the interview progressed, my answers seemed good, very satisfactory, and it ended in confidence. So it went well.
Right, right, right. That is great. That is great. So basically, I have heard before that if the interviewer is good, if the interviewer is interacting and is not a pretentious or a rude one, the interview is good. That is one thing that I have got
Absolutely,
to know.
absolutely. One very good thing personally for me is he didn't ask me about my grades. That was a very good thing. So I was
Right.
able to tell him what I was good at, and finally secure
Mhm.
myself this internship.
Perfect, perfect. So, what are your overall expectations? Like, what do you think you'll be doing? As you did some work at ITC already, so what do you presume
Right.
would be there coming?
To answer the first part of your question regarding expectations, facts to be spoken, it exceeded my expectations. Mainly because I did not expect pay to be attached, because I have not been paid for my previous internships. To my surprise, when I saw the offer letter, I did see a pay of 8,000 rupees attached. So that was that was a very motivating thing. My work here, I would say, is it's an extension of what I did at ITC, where I would be delving more into the automation side. ASRS is a very integral part of warehouse automation, automated storage and retrieval systems. How to design racks for customers, whether those designs actually match quality. After all, we are not making a prototype; it's all industry standard. So, there's a lot of learning on the automation side of things, specific to the warehouse domain, and yeah, this has to be carried out by a corporate engineer before the final product is made. So yeah, my experience at ITC definitely would help, and this role is would also be challenging to learn a
Right,
lot.
right, right, right. After getting into this, you got the interview cleared. What was their contact from their end? Like, how did it happen? You got a call, then you got a mail, or what was the communication afterwards?
Again, thank you for the question, because that this question is really worth it. I had been waiting for a very long time for a response from them previous semester, and it was really on and off, and that communication gap, as you mentioned, is very important. And regarding my interview, right after the interview, I'd actually messaged the HR and thanked him for the opportunity. I had told him that my interview had ended, and immediately asked him when my results would come out. And he said that I had to wait for a couple of days. And right after that, 2 days, I got an email with my offer letter, and I had replied saying I accept the offer.
Oh, okay, all
That
right.
was it.
That is perfect. That is perfect. So, coming
Right.
towards the part that made you happy about this internship, can you tell us more about the internship in general? Like, where will be the location? How would you be traveling? And compensation and the perks you consider as perks.
Okay. This is a very interesting question. I mean, it's really fun, right? Now we're coming to the fun part. Regarding location, it's the outskirts of Pune. And connecting that with perks, it's very close to the hill station Lonavala. So good sightseeing to do and to have a nice time after work, right? Perks, yes, pay is definitely a perk. Followed by some friends who are also interning in this company. So good company outside work also.
That is good. That is good. So your weekends are sorted at Lonavala. That is a very big,
Right.
very big possibility.
Absolutely.
So weekends are sorted. Okay.
Yes.
So coming towards the end part of the session, I would like to know
Yeah.
that do you have any future plans as of now after work, after this internship? What then? Would you take up another job? Would you be going for higher studies? Are you preparing something? Would you still stay in engineering side or would you be moving towards management?
As of now, I have a growing ambition to pursue robotics in the warehousing domain. So this company does offer really good solutions, and I would be definitely learning a lot. Having said that, after this internship, I do plan to approach some robotics-based startups working in this domain to delve more into robotics. And simultaneously, I am preparing for higher studies in robotics itself, which I plan to pursue abroad after a year or so when I feel that I have gained sufficient experience in this field. So as of now, this is my plan, and I plan to stick in the engineering domain only.
Got it. So throughout this whole journey of engineering and securing many internships and all, you might have had some gurus, some mantras to learn about stuff. Okay, so where did you learn it all from? How did you get to know about robotics and all? So people who are preparing hard for warehousing or robotics or in those domains, were there any special YouTube channels you followed or some books or some courses you would recommend?
This question would lead to a very good connection between you and me, which is IE Mechatronics soon chapter Manipal, where
Right, right.
the previous mechanical head Nihal Sharma has been a really great guide, not just to me but to all the members. Through him, I gained a lot of skills, and the projects that we did together opened up perspectives about where these robots can actually be applied, right? And I found warehousing in specific to be a place where whatever robots that I've experienced, say wheelbase or robotic manipulators or drones or whatever, to be deployed in one place. And that is how I got drawn into this field. But yeah, if I have to name one person, then it's Nihal Sharma. And if I have to name one organization, it's IE Mechatronics.
Right, right. That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay. So coming towards the end of our whole session, are there any special tips in
Right.
general for placement or to suffer, like to do the journey of engineering? Any tips you have for juniors or incoming engineers?
I mean, I can tell you specifically about off-campus recruitments in general, because you would have had guests before, and they would have been they would have had experience in on with on-campus recruitments. And so I'll tell you more about off-campus since I've done it a lot. Yeah, again, I would have mentioned this before, so it's a very dicey thing without any guarantees, and it's highly risky. So if you're in case you're doing this, please do it well in advance. Contacts are your best bet. So please be strong with your contacts. Good contacts in industries is very important. They work better than cold mails and LinkedIn. Outside all this, there's a big factor of luck which is present, and that luck is not within your control. Usually. So that is not something which you can control. But what you can do is prepare a good CV as Achyut brought out. Then apart from that, be very good with your skills, because once you're given the chance to project, that is what will sail you through. And finally, be flexible with the company policies, and especially when HRs can be a prick, you would have to be fine with everything. To give you an example, now I got the internship, and I have to relocate. Some may not even have a pay, and you have to fund for yourself. But at the end of everything, every internship, comes great learning. That should be the main priority. Yeah, all the best to anyone doing engineering at the first place. And regarding people who are trying for, any kind of recruitment, wish you the very best. Do well.
Right. So, Arvind, with this, we come to the end of our session. It was a really quick and informative session, and
Right.
I'm
Uh,
really happy that you agreed for it in such short time and you got ready for the whole process. And I congratulate on your internship starting on 16th.
Definitely, nobody can
Right,
decline your request. You see.
right. That's too much to say, but
Uh,
okay, all right.
but yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. It's great always to have you as the host, and to interact with people has been a great hobby. Uh, yeah, so thank you so much. And last but not the least, please follow Oilgasm. It's a fantastic platform. I've seen previous interviews. It's really a great way to gain perspective. So please follow this channel.
right. Thanks a lot, Arvind. It was a pleasure having you over.